What if everything you've ever desired is not something to be reached for, but something waiting for you to remember it? Imagine this. You're not a seeker lost in the dark, straining to tune into some distant signal of hope. You're the tower. You're the source. You're the broadcast. And reality, it's just the echo. The question is not, how do I find the frequency, keys, but am I brave enough to become it? Welcome back, fellow traveler. If the resonance of our previous journey, become the frequency, still vibrates within you, you've begun to integrate a fundamental shift in perception. We explored the profound truth that we are not isolated points desperately casting wishes or pleas into a vast, indifferent cosmic ocean like fragile messages sealed in bottles. Our existence is inherently tuned for reception. We are exquisitely designed receivers, perpetually attuned to the subtle, complex currents of energy, information, and pure potential that weave the very fabric of reality, what we might poetically call the universe, the field, or source. This receptivity is our birthright, our connection point. But today we embark on a journey that transcends even this essential understanding. This isn't about refining your antenna to catch a clearer signal or deciphering the messages you receive. The core revelation awaiting you now is far more radical. You are the signal itself. This is not merely an intellectual concept to be debated, it is an experiential truth demanding embodiment, a seismic shift in identity. Release, once and for all, the ingrained image of yourself as a perpetual seeker, ears perpetually straining for a distant, elusive transmission promising wholeness, love, or abundance. That posture inherently whispers of separation, lack, and incompleteness. Instead, recognize your true, sovereign station. You stand as the living source, the dynamic origin point. You are the broadcaster, the vibrational essence, actively shaping, defining, and magnetizing the energetic field that constitutes your immediate reality and ripples outwards into the interconnected whole. Embracing this truth transforms everything: your sense of power, your understanding of creation, and your relationship with existence itself. To fully embody this realization, we must deeply contemplate the magnificent instrument through which this broadcast occurs: your physical form. Your body is far more than a temporary vessel of flesh, bone, and intricate biological processes. It is a sophisticated, exquisitely designed biological antenna engineered by nature, or perhaps by a deeper intelligence, for cosmic-scale communication and interaction. This perspective bridges the tangible and the subtle, grounded in observable science, yet resonating with profound, energetic principles. Consider your heart. It transcends its vital role as a remarkable muscular pump sustaining your physical life. It generates a powerful, measurable electromagnetic field, a tangible energy radiating from its core. Rigorous scientific research, notably pioneered by institutions like the HeartMath Institute, has unequivocally demonstrated that this field, emanating from your heart, is significantly stronger, orders of magnitude stronger, than the electromagnetic field produced by the intricate neural networks of your brain. This heart field isn't confined within your chest. It extends several feet beyond your physical body, a dynamic sphere of influence constantly interacting with the environment, other people's fields, and the subtle energetic substrate of reality itself. This field is your primary carrier wave, the fundamental energy broadcasting your personal vibrational signature. Your intricate nervous system, a vast and awe-inspiring network of billions of neurons and pathways, functions far beyond merely transmitting electrical impulses for movement and sensation. It acts as a dynamic, highly responsive conduit for modulating and transmitting the subtle, energetic currents that underpin your emotional states, mental patterns, and intuitive flashes. Think of it as the sophisticated circuitry connecting the vital components of your internal transmission tower, ensuring the signal generated is processed and amplified effectively. Your brain, then, is not simply a processor of sensory input and generator of linear thought. It functions as a sophisticated quantum receiver and interpreter. It decodes the complex interplay of frequencies you receive from the field, environmental energies, collective moods, subtle intuitive nudges, while simultaneously processing and encoding the signals generated within you, your conscious thoughts, subconscious beliefs, and most importantly, your authentic emotions, preparing them for broadcast on the carrier wave of your heart's field. Together, your heart's pulsing electromagnetic powerhouse, your nervous system's intricate conductive network, and your brain's sophisticated processing capabilities form a unified, sacred, living transmission tower. You are this tower. Crucially, every single emotion you authentically experience, whether it's the profound stillness and expansive peace accessed in deep meditation, the sharp, adrenaline-fueled spike of panic triggered by perceived threat, the expansive, warm radiance of unconditional love flowing freely, or the constricting, heavy vibration of perceived lack or scarcity, is never merely a passive, internal event confined within your skin. Each genuine feeling is an active, potent vibrational signal radiating powerfully outward from your integrated biofield. This signal propagates through the quantum field, the energetic substrate from which all manifest reality emerges, continuously informing it, interacting with its waveforms and ultimately shaping the circumstances, relationships, opportunities, challenges, and synchronicities that coalesce into your tangible lived experience. You are not the passive listener hoping for a clear message or a lucky break. You are the active broadcaster, defining the channel, the content, and the very reality you perceive. This fundamental understanding that you are the originator of the signal, not merely its recipient, necessitates a complete and radical reframing of the popular concept of manifestation. It dismantles the old, exhausting paradigm of straining, visualizing, affirming, and desperately trying to pull desires toward you, as if you were a solitary magnet exerting immense effort to attract scattered fragments of metal across a vast, resistant distance. This approach is inherently rooted in a deep sense of separation, lack, and the belief that fulfillment requires struggle against external forces. Reality, as revealed through the converging lenses of quantum physics and timeless spiritual wisdom, operates far more elegantly and powerfully. It functions as a resonant mirror, a field of pure potential that responds to vibration. The dominant, persistent signal you emit, the vibrational frequency established and maintained by your core emotional state and underlying belief structures, acts like a tuning fork struck with clarity. The field, the universe, the quantum potential responds not by fulfilling specific, itemized requests like a cosmic catalog, but by resonating sympathetically. It matches the frequency it consistently detects. When you cultivate and genuinely feel deep, abiding gratitude, not as a fleeting intellectual concept or a rote affirmation, but as a sustained somatic experience flooding your cells, you broadcast a coherent, harmonious, high-frequency signal into the responsive field. This coherence is absolutely key. It represents a clear, strong transmission, free of significant internal conflict, static, or contradiction. Conversely, when you dwell in feelings of scarcity, gnawing fear, simmering resentment, or deep-seated unworthiness, you transmit discordant energy, static, interference, and chaotic signals that scramble any coherent message you might consciously wish to send. The universe doesn't operate like a cosmic vending machine or delivery service, rewarding wishful thinking. It resonates. Therefore, you don't ultimately attract what you merely want, or intellectually desire, you attract, or rather, you become and embody what you persistently broadcast from your core being. Your unwavering emotional state sets your unique vibrational signature. Your resonance and reality effortlessly arranges the play of form, circumstance, and relationship to reflect and match that signature. This is conscious creation in its purest form, not wishing from a place of lack, but becoming the vibrational equivalent of your fulfilled desire. When you consciously anchor yourself in authentic, heart-centered states, genuine love for yourself, for others, for life itself in its myriad expressions, sincere appreciation for the present moment and its often overlooked gifts, deep reverence for the mystery of existence, profound compassion for the struggles of others and yourself, or heartfelt forgiveness releasing energetic burdens, you generate a highly coherent heart rhythm pattern. This coherence isn't just a pleasant internal feeling, it's a measurable physiological state detectable through tools like heart rate variability, HRV monitors. In coherence, the intervals between heartbeats become smooth and ordered, like harmonious waves, rather than jagged and chaotic. This coherent physiological state translates directly into an exceptionally clear, strong, stable, high-frequency electromagnetic signal emanating from your heart into the surrounding field. This coherent signal becomes the potent carrier wave for the data packets of your specific emotions and intentions. It's akin to broadcasting on a powerful, unwavering frequency with crystal clear, high-fidelity sound, ensuring your vibrational message travels effectively and is received distinctly by the responsive field. This measurable coherence is the foundation of an effective broadcast. This understanding elevates heart coherence beyond a feel-good practice or spiritual ideal. It becomes fundamental frequency discipline for the conscious creator. Honoring and cultivating this state through deliberate practice is how you ensure your signal, your desires, your beingness is transmitted with maximum clarity and power. Your heart's rhythmic coherence literally orchestrates the harmony and impact of your entire energetic signature. It is the conductor of your inner symphony, determining whether your broadcast into the quantum field is a clear, uplifting signal capable of shaping reality, or a distorted noise lost in the static. Tuning your heart is tuning your reality. Elevated, expansive emotional states, such as pure, unadulterated joy bubbling up from within, childlike wonder and awe at the beauty and complexity of existence, deep inner peace that surpasses circumstance, authentic appreciation for what is, unconditional love that flows without condition, and unwavering trust in the unfolding process of life carry crystalline, well-structured, harmonious information. These emotions are like perfectly coded digital files containing clear, coherent directives for creation. They signal abundance, wholeness, safety, connection, vitality, and limitless possibility to the field. When you broadcast these states consistently, particularly from a place of heart coherence, you are essentially uploading precise blueprints for experiences that inherently match that high vibrational quality. You are declaring your state of being to the universe. Conversely, densely constricted emotional states, fear in all its insidious forms, anxiety, worry, dread, insecurity, resentment clinging to past hurts, chronic anger or irritation, deep-seated grief without release, pervasive guilt or corrosive shame, or the heavy vibration of apathy carry distorted, chaotic, incoherent signals. Think of corrupted data files, transmissions riddled with static, or conflicting instructions sent simultaneously. They send scrambled, ambiguous, or negative information into the field, representing lack, separation, perceived threat, victimhood, unworthiness, or stagnation. This chaotic data creates interference patterns within the field, muddying your signal and attracting matching experiences of confusion, blockage, or negativity. This responsive quantum field, the intelligent, holographic fabric of pure potential from which all manifest reality emerges, then utilizes this consistent emotional data as its primary building code, its fundamental instruction set. It constructs the events, circumstances, relationships, opportunities, challenges, and even the physical sensations of your tangible life experience based precisely on the vibrational information you most consistently emit. What you feel internally is never isolated, insignificant, or inconsequential. It is active instructional data continuously programming the cosmic projector of your personal reality. This understanding represents the beautiful and immensely powerful convergence point where cutting-edge empirical science, quantum physics, neurocardiology, psychoneuroimmunology, and timeless spiritual wisdom echoed across countless mystical traditions dance together in profound harmony. Your authentic feelings are the fundamental vibrational language through which you speak your reality into existence. Mastering your personal broadcast, therefore, transcends simplistic positive thinking or forced optimism. It becomes the essential daily practice of frequency discipline. This is the art and science of cultivating inner sovereignty. It demands conscious, moment-to-moment awareness of vigilant, compassionate, and non-judgmental observation of your inner landscape, your emotional weather. The foundational step is recognition and interception. Develop the sensitivity to notice the precise moments when lower frequency patterns surge, a sudden flash of irritation in traffic, a wave of anxiety about the future, a surge of old anger triggered by a memory, a spiral of worry about finances, or the seductive pull of a victimhood narrative. These are not signs of personal failure, weakness, or proof that this doesn't work. They are deeply ingrained neural and emotional pathways, often remnants of past conditioning, traumas, or societal programming. Crucially, these moments of reactivity are not setbacks to be condemned. They are divine opportunities for conscious choice and recalibration. They are the moments where your power to direct your broadcast is most potent. This is where your practical toolkit becomes vital. Focused breathwork provides a direct, immediate line to your autonomic nervous system. Deep, slow diaphragmatic breathing, ideally at a rhythm of about 5 to 6 breaths per minute, emphasizing the exhale, instantly activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the stress response, fight or flight, and facilitating the return to heart coherence. Heart-centered meditation involves gently but firmly shifting your awareness from the incessant chatter and analysis of the mind down into the physical space of your heart center. Focus on the sensation of breath entering and leaving that area. Place a hand gently on your heart or consciously invoke specific feelings like gratitude for your breath, appreciation for a simple pleasure, or care for yourself. Simply pausing in the midst of rising reactivity, taking just 3 conscious breaths before reacting, to consciously choose a different feeling or perspective is a powerful reset button. These are not mere relaxation techniques for temporary stress relief. They are precise tuning instruments for your bioenergetic system, tools to realign your broadcast frequency consciously. Emotional regulation, understood through this lens, is not about suppression, denial, or plastering on a fake smile. It is active spiritual martial arts. It's the conscious cultivation of inner strength, flexibility, resilience, and discernment. Every single choice you make in those critical moments of interception to consciously return to a state of inner peace, clarity, compassion, or love, despite the turbulence of external events or the provocative stories spun by the egoic mind, is a rep. every rep strengthens the neural pathways associated with coherence, calm, and empowerment. It directly weakens the hold of old, reactive patterns. More importantly, every conscious choice amplifies the clarity, stability, and magnetic power of the signal you emit into the quantum field. It's building the muscle memory of your vibrational being, training yourself to hold your frequency under pressure. Yet a profound and common challenge arises on this path of conscious broadcasting. The tangible external reality you perceive through your senses often lags significantly behind your internal shifts and diligent efforts to broadcast a new frequency. This delay is not a flaw in the universal system, a punishment, or proof that your efforts are futile. It's a fundamental characteristic of how subtle energy condenses into dense physical form. Think of it like a vast, complex mirror with a delayed reflection, or like the time it takes for a seed planted deep in the earth to break the surface. You consciously change your inner state, diligently cultivate a new frequency, broadcasting confidence instead of crippling doubt, radiating abundance, consciousness instead of clinging to scarcity, embodying vibrant health instead of focusing on dis-ease. But your physical world, your bank account, your relationships, or your body may stubbornly appear unchanged for what feels like an uncomfortably long time. This experiential gap, this perceived silence, is where many lose faith and revert to old patterns. This is precisely where unwavering commitment, radical patience, and deep, embodied trust become absolutely paramount. Doubt, that persistent, insidious whisperer, born of the ego's fear and reinforced by past conditioning, often amplifies its voice most loudly, just as you make a significant internal shift or sustain a new broadcast for a critical period. It cunningly urges you to abandon your new frequency, to revert to old, familiar though painful and limiting vibrational patterns, often moments before your new, coherent signal would lock in and the external reflection would begin to visibly, tangibly shift. This is the critical moment for persistence, the spiritual equivalent of holding the line. Understand this deeply. Your steady, consistent, coherent frequency is actively working even in the apparent silence and stillness. It is tuning the quantum field, rearranging probabilities, dissolving old energetic contracts and patterns, attracting new potentials and synchronicities that match your broadcast, and orchestrating the complex unfolding of events behind the scenes. It's like planting a potent seed and diligently watering it with your focused attention and unwavering feeling, even though you cannot yet see the sprout breaking through the soil. The growth is happening underground, unseen by the physical eye, but very real in the energetic dimensions. Honor this silent incubation period. Recognize it as sacred ground where the most potent transformations are forged. Your faith, your persistent feeling of the desired state, as if it were already present, is the essential sunlight and water nourishing that seed. Trust absolutely that the echo will return, transformed and amplified by the signal you faithfully sent. The mirror will clear. To deepen our understanding of how this energetic process translates into lived experience, we must embrace an even more expansive view of reality itself. Insights from modern theoretical physics, like aspects of string theory and the multiverse hypothesis, and core teachings from numerous spiritual and mystical traditions, converge on a remarkably similar concept. Infinite potential timelines already exist simultaneously. Every conceivable variation of your life, every choice made and unmade, every version of events based on different beliefs, emotional states, actions, and possibilities exists as a potential film strip, a waveform, or a probability strand within the infinite quantum field. The field holds all possibilities in superposition. This means you are not laboriously building a new reality from scratch, brick by painful brick, while simultaneously struggling to dismantle the old, unwanted structure. That is the exhausting paradigm of linear effort and struggle within a fixed reality. Instead, you are gently, deliberately shifting your conscious awareness, your focused point of attention, your dominant feelings, and crucially, your embodied vibrational signature, to align with a parallel film strip where your desired experience is already fully formed, complete, and waiting. It already exists as a fully realized potential within the field's infinite library. Your sustained emotional state, your persistent, coherent broadcast, acts as the powerful projector light. The light, your frequency, doesn't create the film strip from nothing. It selects and illuminates one specific strip of film from the vast library of pre-existing possibilities. The film strip you currently perceive as your real life is simply the one currently illuminated by the dominant quality of your inner light, your vibration. Your consistent broadcast, therefore, isn't about creating something entirely new out of the void. It's about consciously selecting, focusing your energy upon, and vibrationally stepping into what has always been a potential within the infinite field. You move your conscious awareness to the reality that matches your broadcast. You don't change the film strips, you change which one you are experiencing by changing your light. Quantum physics offers stunning experimental validation for this perspective through the well-documented observer effect. This cornerstone principle reveals that at the subatomic level, particles like electrons don't exist in a definite location or state until measured. They exist as a cloud of probabilities, a wave of potential states. It is the act of observation, the focused attention, intention, and measurement by a conscious observer that collapses this wave of potentiality into a single, definite particle location or state. This isn't just abstract theory about tiny particles. It strongly implies that consciousness itself plays a fundamental, active role in shaping the reality we perceive, collapsing possibility into actuality. Extrapolating this profound insight to our human scale, where you consistently place your attention, direct your energy, and invest your belief, determines what specific potential collapses from the infinite field of pure possibility into your tangible, lived, seemingly solid experience. You are not sending hopeful prayers, affirmations, or specific requests out into a passive, indifferent void, hoping they might be heard and granted by some external deity, force, or cosmic bureaucracy. You are actively participating in the focusing of reality itself into tangible being through the quality, focus, and emotional charge of your inner state. Your inner state is the observation that collapses the wave. Your awareness, your observation, imbued with feeling, is therefore an inherently sacred and profoundly creative act. Where you focus your thoughts, especially with repetition, what you dwell upon emotionally, your dominant feelings, what you truly, deeply believe is possible, your core beliefs. All of this acts as a powerful directive to the quantum field. Collapse this potential into my lived experience. Ignore the rest. Your focused presence charged with specific feeling is literally creation in motion. This places immense responsibility and unimaginable power squarely in your hands right now. Choose your focus wisely. Charge it with feeling. Observe intentionally. A vital, often profoundly misunderstood aspect of this conscious creation process is the complete release of attachment to the specific mechanics, the exact timing, and the precise form through which your desired manifestations will appear in your physical reality. The intricate how, the pathways, the synchronicities, the specific people who will play roles, the sequence of events, the timing of breakthroughs belongs entirely to the infinitely intelligent, interconnected field. Its understanding of cause and effect, its ability to orchestrate complex coincidences, and its perception of possibilities far exceeds our linear, limited human perspective, trapped within time and space. Your singular, sovereign task is maintaining the chosen frequency, the state of being that is the vibrational equivalent of your desire's fulfilled essence. Are you seeking genuine financial abundance and security? Your primary work is to cultivate and broadcast the feeling of abundance, ease, security, freedom, and deep gratitude right now. Irrespective of your current bank statement or external circumstances, are you seeking vibrant, radiant health? Embody the energy of vitality, strength, effortless well-being, and deep cellular joy now. Are you seeking a deeply loving, fulfilling partnership? Radiate self-love, wholeness, openness, joy, and the expectation of harmonious connection now. Focus on the feeling of the fulfilled desire, not the specific person or form it might take. Surrender in this powerful context is not weakness, passivity, resignation, or giving up. It is supreme trust in the inherent power and profound intelligence of the coherent resonance you are deliberately emitting. It's trusting that the field, with its infinite wisdom and interconnected knowing, knows the perfect, most efficient, elegant, and often most surprising and delightful route to deliver the essence of your desire, perfectly matching your broadcast vibration. You are not walking a long, arduous, linear path toward your dreams, hoping to arrive someday. You are actively becoming the vibrational essence of those dreams in this present moment. As you embody that frequency consistently, holding the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the matching reality is drawn to you, orchestrated by the intelligence of the field in ways your logical mind may not foresee, but which your heart can learn to trust implicitly. Surrender is focusing solely on maintaining your broadcast frequency and trusting completely that the reception and manifestation are handled perfectly by a universe conspiring in your favor. It's focusing on the being and releasing the how. Therefore, stand firmly, unshakably, rooted in this profound knowing. You are not a seeker. That identity inherently implies you are incomplete, lacking, perpetually searching for something outside yourself, a person, an achievement, an amount of money, to fill an inner void and finally make you whole. You never truly were that fragmented seeker. You are, and always have been, the signal. The entire field of infinite potential hums with dynamic life, perpetually awaiting your conscious, deliberate broadcast. It responds not primarily to your spoken words or mental lists, but to the vibrational quality of your being, your dominant feelings, and core state. Stop asking for permission from external authorities, societal norms, inherited limitations, or even the nagging voice of your own ingrained doubts. Stop negotiating with the internal critic, the voice of fear that only survives by keeping you feeling small, separate, and perpetually seeking validation or rescue from the outside. Step fully, courageously, with quiet confidence, into the role of the sovereign broadcaster. Embody, completely and unreservedly, the very frequency, the deep inner peace, the inherent abundance, the unconditional love, the vibrant health, the creative power you once mistakenly believed existed only outside of yourself, attainable only through immense effort, specific conditions, or sheer luck. Recognize it as your native state, temporarily obscured. Understand this at the deepest cellular level of your being. Your desired new world, the life you yearn for, isn't a distant, unformed fantasy on some far horizon you must struggle towards. It's already transmitting a vibrant, fully realized reality, vibrating on its own specific frequency within the infinite field of all possibilities. It exists now in this eternal present moment as a potential awaiting your alignment. Your sacred work is not to build it from scratch through force or manipulation. It is to tune your heart, your mind, your entire energetic system, consciously and deliberately to its channel. Match its resonance through your persistent feelings, your dominant thoughts charged with belief, and your unwavering knowing of its reality as your own. Cultivate the inner state that is that desired reality. Feel it real now. The broadcast is live. The station is yours. The frequency is your choice. The universe is listening, responding, mirroring faithfully. Are you ready, truly ready, to transmit the most authentic, powerful, coherent signal of your true being? The airwaves are clear. Step up to the microphone of your heart, align with its coherent power, and speak your chosen reality into existence through the undeniable language of vibration. You are not finding the signal. You are the signal. Broadcast consciously, broadcast boldly, broadcast you. If this journey into the heart of your own creative power resonates, if you feel the truth of being the broadcaster reverberating within you, know that this understanding deepens with exploration and practice. The path of mastering your frequency, refining your signal amidst the noise of the world, and navigating the quantum field with conscious awareness is ongoing and rich with discovery. If you feel called to delve deeper, to explore practical tools for sustaining heart coherence, to unravel deeply held limiting beliefs that distort your broadcast, to understand the nuances of energetic alignment, and to connect with a community of fellow conscious creators, we invite you to join us on this channel. Your presence, your unique frequency, actively shapes this shared field of exploration and mutual upliftment. Subscribe to stay attuned to further transmissions, deeper dives, and supportive practices designed to empower your broadcast. The next resonance is already building. Until then, hold this knowing close. You are the signal. Tune in to your power. Broadcast wisely, broadcast boldly, broadcast your truth. The universe is listening.